Hello.
Good morning.
Hey,
Hello,
good
good
morning.
morning.
We're on, right?
We
Seems
are
that we
on.
are.
Right on time. That's awesome. Hey guys, how's everyone? Last town hall before the holidays.
Woohoo.
Pretty excited.
We all excited?
And yeah, and the questions started rolling immediately. Lazy Lumberjack, I see your question. We'll get to that. How's everyone? Let's see. How's everyone on stage first? Mr. Ninja Surprise, how are you?
I'm doing very merrily happily today. How about you? You in the holiday spirits?
Yeah, definitely. Not as much as my wife. Like I was just discussing that. Like she didn't celebrate Christmas as a kid, so now she overcompensates. so so that's awesome to see around the house. What about Farmer Michelle? How are you?
Good, very good. I do love the holiday season. I love getting people gifts.
Ah, that's awesome. And Vulcan, Mr. Vulcan, how are you?
Oh man, I'm good. Just helped the bunny rabbit wake up, gave him some foraging treats and some dehydrated apple slices.
I
so
keep forgetting you have an actual a bunny there.
he's he's so
The other
cute.
day we were in a meeting and Vulcan went like, "Wait, I need a minute. The bunny is I think munching on some cables or something."
Yeah.
And it sounded like a really bad excuse, like the dog is eating or something. So let's see who's over on our Discord. Dubster Rod, Edilux, LV Postman, Vulture. Welcome, guys. The Famine. How are you guys? No free lunch, Gang Busta. Welcome, everybody. Who am I missing here? Who's that? Juxis T. I don't remember seeing you there. Maybe I'm wrong, but I love that that ASCII GIF you sent. Let's see. Ninja Surprise, of course, and the Rain. Who else is over there? O Town. Welcome, everybody. Let's see. So welcome to the December 22nd town hall. We've been doing this weekly town hall for a while now. We meet to share what's going on with everyone, answer questions, share news, tell you a little bit of what's going on with the project, with the team, um, and what's a little bit of what's coming up. A leak here and there. So before I move on, remember to like and subscribe. Otherwise, I get the cane over my head. Share the video with your friends when this is done, and there's a link in the description, or there will be a link in the description to play the game. Let's see. Why don't we get started right away? I think that the first thing we should mention is that we will not have a town hall next week. Of course, people will be celebrating the holidays, so we're gonna skip next week, and because of that, this week we have a ton more of leaks regarding this week and next week's competition. Um, so just be aware of that. Again, reminder: we will not have a town hall next week. That's why we'll have a longer leak section today. And another reminder: have you checked out the music launch? Please go check that out. There are some interesting things happening all over the Gala organization. We have games coming out, music, there's film. So if you had a chance, please go and check those out too, because it's really cool what other teams are doing and putting out there. Miss Farmer Michelle, do we have any other headlines?
Oh, all I've got left on this list here is that our light paper review one is still in review by Bitbender and Legal, so hopefully we'll get that out soon. As soon as we have more information, we'll let you guys know. And that there are some rewards that went out this week, and they were for the Candy Cane event from last week.
Candy cane rewards are out. You may have noticed that we're trying to get out the rewards at the latest on Tuesdays, I think, Farmer Michelle.
Yeah.
I think we can do better. We'll try to get out them as soon as possible. The holiday break will not interrupt the rewards for this week's competition, so you will get those rewards very fast. And let's see, why don't we go now with Mr. Ninja Surprise and a social media update.
Sure thing. So yeah, I have quite a bit to actually share about. First off is that if you've been looking at our Twitter, we actually have the Secret Santa promo going on. So turns out that our Secret Santa was Tweety, The Walking Dead Empires. And if you guys wanted to check out that promo, you guys can get an extra 40% off on top of another discount, which I don't remember what it is right now, but you can get that on the prepper pack that that's up on the Gala store for The Walking Dead Empires. Additionally, we were the Secret Santa for actually no wait sorry Poker Go Plays Secret Santa was our Secret Santa. They basically tweeted out a code for 50% off, which was originally for the Supreme Silo. Unfortunately, there was a little bit of an issue getting that running. So we switched it to the Golden Apple Tree. The Golden Apple Tree is working right now for the discount code, so you can get 50% off when you use Secret Santa CGW on the Gala Games store. So you can use that, get 50% off the Golden Apple Tree. In addition to those NFTs, we have those discounts going for going on right now if you guys want to check those out. But we also have some Christmas themed Common Ground World NFTs coming as well. We have the Crystal Reindeer, which I think is going on sale today, and we have some other really fun Christmas themed NFTs for you guys to check out, which was announced yesterday. If you guys want to go check out that post and see what's going to be awaiting you. And in addition, we also have the marketing the new marketing video, a promo video, is now finally done. It's up and pinned on our Twitter, so if you guys want to check that out, go ahead. We would love some support, and we also have a new Zealy quest that will reward you guys if you guys support that post a bit. So be sure to check out the new video. It looks really fire. Our production crew did a wonderful job on it, and yeah, just let me know what you guys think of it. And yeah, that's all that I have for social media.
I mean, definitely that video looks awesome. Please, guys, check it out. That's part of the work that's being done along with conversations with common ground people to try to bring more players in. So please share the link to the game, and tell us what you think. The art team and the production team, and of course, Ninja Surprise worked really hard on it, and I think it looks really cool. Farmer Michelle, we have one last reminder.
Yes, I just wanted to remind everybody out there to be careful of the scammers. It's we're getting close to the holiday season. The markets are doing okay, so there is going to be a lot more people out there trying to steal your assets. So just be extra careful. I feel like the most common ways people do it is by sending DMs and pretending to be customer support. No legitimate project ever anywhere will have their customer support sending you direct messages for any reason in a Discord. So if anyone is sending you a message saying they're from support or they work for Gala, they do not. So do not click on any links ever in a DM. Also, don't just Google Gala Games and click on the first link, because if it's an ad, it's probably a scam link. Make sure that you're using the correct links for everything. Don't ever give anybody your seed phrase anywhere that is yours. They're like the keys to your house. I wouldn't just walk up to some random person on the street and be like, "Oh, are you a plumber? Here, take my house keys." So don't just give away your seed phrase to anybody that you don't know, or really anybody that you do know. So just be extra careful. Don't download any extensions that you don't know where they're coming from. I know that I've seen that before, that MetaMask has had bad extensions that were scam extensions, and it's just malware. So please just be careful out there.
Okay, so that's the reminder to be, extra careful, especially around this time. Um, we would hate to see, people in the community be affected by this. So, take extra care and always be distrustful of any links or any people impersonating. Mr. Bulcrum, why don't we go ahead and get to game updates? What's going on with the game lately?
We got some big stuff in progress. Mentioned last week our guilds and our daily challenges work. Anybody who wants some more details on that could listen to last week's. I won't take too much time this week talking about that, but it's really exciting. We have really talented game designers and engineers working on those features. They're really big though, right? So you won't see them until 2024. And but it is ongoing. So normally our features are, hey, we're doing this thing and it's done. But these are going to take quite some time. Other than that, there's a lot of work going on the back end. Our server scaling is a big deal, not just us because it makes things more affordable, but also to you guys because it means you'll be able to run more players per server, and that will impact your lives down the future. I'm not going to spoil why, but you could think about it. And some anti-cheating work. We found a couple little things that were fixed this week. Not going to tell you what they were, but there were a couple little ways that we were investigating people's towns. We do that, and we look at after the competition. Of course, we look through the top so many people, run it through some heuristics and some analyzers, and a couple people stuck out. And we looked at what you'd been doing and fixed some of the things you were doing. So that's all I'll say about that. And it wasn't too bad. It was just something not awesome. Gave him a little advantage. And then there were also some other fixes for art and data. There were a couple things where there was some animation when a unit was done doing something. The animation didn't show up. That's been fixed. Required a little more coding support. A few more objects had Z fighting in there, and there's another. I don't know if this one's a spoiler, so I'll just say there was something that a couple of the objects, the sale price was actually lower than what you should have gotten, so we fixed that. And then there were some fixes in gameplay. There were, if some of you guys were using the Nutcracker in the warehouses, there was a visual only bug, but it looked like there were some commodity dupes, and that was not the case. It was pure visual, so we fixed that. And then there was a really rare, but still severe client-side error that was happening involving the Tesla coil and stored energy. So anybody who owns those Tesla coils, that's been fixed. And the rest of the stuff really isn't super interesting, but it's ongoing, lots and lots of fixes every week. And yeah, that's about it for the dev side.
Did you mention the bees? The beehive?
Not the bees. Yeah, the bees. Yeah, so the problem with the bees, they weren't doing their animation at the end, and that's been fixed as well. There was we had to write a little bit of supporting code around that, but it was like 50% art. So
Yeah,
that is
that's one of those things that there's some random comment. People complain, "Hey, what happened to the bees? It used to be like this." I'm like, I mean, we're doing a bunch of like really important things. I don't know if we'll get time to do this. And then our awesome art director is like, "I gotcha," and he's like, "Oh, fixed." So
yeah.
luckily we have some really good artists that can tackle those things and doesn't affect engineering work or bug fixing and all that stuff. So that's really cool. Let's see. So thank you so much, Mr. Bullcron. Then what's coming up next for the game? We have a couple of competitions lined up. We have a lot of information in the league section for upcoming NFTs and competitions. You probably know a little bit because Michelle already leaked it. I can tell you that we continue working on our roadmap items. Guilds is the biggest thing. Of course, we had to do as Book was saying, a little bit of work on closing some small gaps that were there that could potentially be used for cheating. Although most of that work is preemptive more than anything else, so that's good. It means that we close any issues before they were actually exploited. Let's see. In yeah, we have some information regarding the metas for January, but I don't think it's the time to say that, right, Farmer Mitchell? We'll wait a little bit after the break.
Yeah, let's wait.
Okay, but you know what's coming up in the next 2 weeks, and we'll go over that in a minute. Why don't we move on to the Q&A? We have a Q&A form if you want to ask us something. Farmer Michelle posts that every week before the town hall. So let's see what beautiful questions we get from you guys this week. Let's see. Number one, will you adjust crafting times of items that have been modified in the past weeks to strike a different balance? I think this is referring to the changes onto the fishing meta. Is that correct, Farmer Mitchell?
I don't think it's specific to fishing. I know the community seems to be pulling fishing out like it's the one thing that's changing, but every week many things have changed, not just fishing. I think fishing was just what was always winning the game, so people are noticing it more because it's the most common thing being made recently for anything goes meta. So it's just more commonly mentioned. Craft times might change. I haven't looked at changing any craft times yet, but I definitely wouldn't be surprised if they are changing. Like I said, we're trying to slow the game down a bit so that you don't finish it in the first 15 hours, because that's no fun. The game, it's a 72-hour competition. You shouldn't be done really in the first few hours and then not have anything to do but sit there and watch it for the next 2.5 days. So there is an attempt to try to slow it down a little bit for most players, so that there's definitely a chance that crafting times might change in the future. I think that's really all
Cool.
I've got to say about that for now.
Yes, right. I was looking for the button to unmute, but thank you. Yeah. We have Farm Michelle and Wild Moopsy um, working on these things, like trying to strike a better balance that benefits everybody. I really appreciate that work. Thank you, Farmer Michelle. I know there will always be some complaints, but if we take some, we'll also try to include offset that in some way. Keep asking about what you want to see in the game. We'll see what things can be added, what things cannot. But we'll definitely hear every bit of feedback that you guys send our way. Let's see. Second question: can we get stone mines, clay bricks, and maybe concrete blocks? All of my buildings are made of wood, including the nuclear power plant. This doesn't seem very safe. Smiley face. Well, that's an interesting idea. We have clay lumps for ceramic stuff, right? But maybe we can do more. What do you guys think? Is it like, would you like to see more building blocks for buildings other than different types of wood? Um, Let us know in the comments what you guys think. As I just said, we take all of your feedback, and I'm always looking for things that you guys are interested in building. You may be surprised in January, since we're actually taking some previous feedback from the community on that, so that's good. So clay lumps for summer stuff, stone mines, clay bricks. Let us know what you guys think about that. Let's see. Would it be possible to have some kind of option in game to throw away unwanted items in storage? Farmer Mitchell?
I definitely think that would be a cool feature. I know that. Hold on, let me reread the question. That was about. I was answering a question in Discord, so I wasn't listening to what you were saying. Which question was it? It was about throwing away a specific item. Yeah, that definitely would be really cool. Yeah. I would like it personally. There are a lot of times that, I know I butter rush. I'm not sure what everybody else rushes, but a lot of times butter isn't what's in the final meta. So this week, which did happen, I have one butter still in my storehouse that there's no way to get rid of it unless I rebuild all of my butter and start making butter again to sell, to make 9 more butter to sell it. So that one butter just chilling in my storehouse, blocking space from the glue and the ice blocks, which is kind of annoying to look at in the production monitor. So it would be cool if we could throw away just one thing. So I do understand the request for that. I think it'd be a cool feature.
That's something. Well, my main concern with those kind of features is that it makes the game a little bit more complex. You get more controllers and you get more more hardcore into it.
Yeah.
But if it's something that the community really wants, maybe we can discuss it, see what can be done about it. What I want to avoid is big clunky UIs where you get a big window that has a bunch of different things in the storage, right? And you select one and you have to say flush it, But if it's really needed, maybe we can discuss it. So thank you for the feedback. Let's see. I see a question here. Bulkran?
Yeah, about the fast forward.
What does the question say?
Yeah, there was there was a question about how, just asking for some clarification on fast forward. What happens if you've been offline? Let's say you've been offline 12 hours, and sure, casual mode or common draw mode, that's going to be a very fast forward because there's nothing at stake. Competitions, we turn up the resolution, and it takes longer to fast forward. We've talked about that a bit. I'm sure you all notice it. The reason is that it's a sim, right? So it's stepping through the sim. We want it to be as accurate as possible. Well, it takes a while. So one of the questions was, well, if I've been offline 12 hours and I'm in a competition and my fast forward is taking 10 minutes, that's 10 minutes of sales that I've lost out on. Does fast forward account for that? The answer is yes. You log in and you're going to get 12 hours worth of fast forward because you've been offline 12 hours. But the fast forward itself is going to take 10 minutes. The fast forward will extend itself as it runs to account for those 10 minutes. You can't enter a competition after it ends. And there are a couple edge cases we're looking into this morning regarding fast forward, but it's working as expected. And I hope that review helped everybody.
Okay, so just to summarize, there was a question about fast forward. If there's a way to trick it, and we checked and confirmed that it's not. It's not. It's working as intended.
Yeah, there used to be a way where people were able to do some naughty things with fast forward, and there's one more thing we want to check, but we fixed that months ago. And there's one more tiny edge case we want to look at, but nobody's going to get fast forward credit for more time. There's no way to get more time than you actually used in fast forward, so there's no way to rewind or expand it. So yeah.
Got it. So no exploit there. Okay, that's good to know. Thank you, Vulcan and the engineering team. Let's see. Next question. Common ground. Aren't there any new player drawing events? I want a lot of new people to play. We do too. We still need to fix a couple things though to be able to promote the game more heavily. We're taking a look at those first-time user experience slides, but more importantly, our light paper is in review, which includes also our roadmap. There are bigger features coming and some more polishing needed for the first-time user experience before we can, probably do user acquisition or other, PME things. PM means product management. So we have our product manager here that is key to user acquisition, but it makes no sense to do it before we can polish the first steps of the game first, right? Also, we are in talks with the producers of the Common Ground film to check out other possibilities for, basically they are bringing people in back to the game. So all of those things are in the works, but we do need to work on those slides for the initial users first. Once we do, though, if we get people coming in and they're staying more than expected, then we can potentially do something like, noob only competitions or something like that. We've been discussing things like that. I think that would be really cool. Let's see. Next question. Why did the team add a fifth item craft? Farmer Michelle, why? Why?
Just to bring some more variety to the game. We're trying to make the towns more diverse so that you need more types of ingredients in different builds. I think it adds a fun dynamic to the game if you've got to like mine gold and make mystic matter and some cotton or something. It's a fun variety of items to have. It also lets you as players use more variety of NFTs if you own them in the game versus it just being, baking all the time where it's all sugar and salt and not a lot of other things. If there's more different types of basic crafts involved, you've got more opportunity to use more NFTs. You've got more opportunity to build different types of things. There's more different types of workers. You've got more chance to organize it differently. It's more variety.
Well, and sometimes it makes sense in terms of lore. Like you're building this thing, you need these 5 other things, right? I remember when we had that Italian food metas, and people were complaining that there was, I don't remember exactly what it was, but something that it didn't have something going to the pasta or something like that. Like, how is this lasagna being created if it's missing this crab? Well, now we add more potential for adding crabs. And like, why are you adding more crabs? um, so there are lore reasons, there are gameplay reasons, there are build reasons. I think that it's good. It's gonna be interesting what we can do with 5. Let's see. The production monitor shows lost product on most items after running for a while. What gives?
Hmm.
Vulcan, what gives?
Yeah, what does give? We need to look into that. So,
Oh, we're
but
reviewing that. Our trust
yeah,
engineers.
yeah. There were 2 complaints about production monitor this week, and the math is really simple, the logic's really simple. Um, so we need to look into that.
Okay. So there are a couple complaints about that. So we're gonna take a look. Thank you, Vulcan. Thank you, engineering team. This is how we keep fixing the game and solving some issues that you guys find. Sometimes these things are not easy to see for us. The some issues appear when a lot of people play, or when people play for a long time. So um, that's why it's easier for us to fix these things if we can report from you guys. Let's see. Final question that I see. Hi, when do you give the rewards? Wow, straight to it. So, hi, when do you give the rewards? How long does it usually take? Okay, so right now competitions end on Fridays at 9 a.m. Pacific. For a while now, we've been able to deliver those rewards around the following Tuesday or Wednesday, which I think is a really fast turnaround. We used to take way longer. We had to do a bunch of manual work to get multi-accounters and potential cheaters and stuff like that out of the reward pool. But now most of that it's way faster. We still can make it faster. I think I would love to have those rewards out the same day if possible. But as of now, competition ends on Friday, and we're aiming to have rewards out around Tuesday. So I think that's pretty fast. We'll keep working on improving that though. So let's see. Do we have any live questions for Retail?
That's it. The only
If
one I've
anyone see
gotten
any.
so far really was asking about a auto apply for blueprints, which I know has been asked a ton of times. It wouldn't be as easy as the apply all for skins because skins are they're just skins. You can apply multiple skins if you want. It'll just they usually just have like
Right.
a like
Mhm.
it just works out. They apply for utility. But with the blueprints, like if someone has a rare, a legendary, and an uncommon of the blueprint, they may want to apply a certain one, and you can't apply more than one of them at a time. It's impossible. So the the process to making that work would probably be a lot more complicated, and a lot of people like to micromanage their town by intentionally applying a lower one or intentionally not applying them so that things produce slower to balance it out better. I know I do that a lot. If I'm producing too much lumber, I make sure that lumber mill ghost card is turned off so that I'm producing less lumber because I want more wood in my storage. So there are many reasons to not apply your ghost cards also. They're not always the best thing to have on all the time, depending on how you want to balance your build. They're more for micromanaging. So on
Right.
automatically isn't your best option all the time.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I think that the question also, you're right. Like, what's the algorithm there? You know, which ones we turn on, because not all of them can be turned on automatically. So how do we make that feature simple enough for everybody to be able to enjoy it? I mean, we keep discussing that. If we have more ideas or more requirements around that, we can definitely take a look, see if there's a solution. It's not going to be, you know, one size fit all, uh, but we can definitely see if there's a lot of need for a feature like that. Like we had, for example, recently we had a lot of need for an abandoned town from the main menu uh, feature, and that was pretty straightforward. It's like there's a button and you press it and it abandons the town. So it's not like this situation where it can get really messy, as Farmer Michelle is saying. But we can definitely take a look if there's a lot of demand for it. Let's see other questions before we move on to what's coming next. I see a question there. Who is the product manager? We have introduced the product manager, right? Have we not?
So
Hello,
Hello.
Farmer Michelle. Have we introduced our product manager?
yeah, I thought so. Can you not hear me?
Yeah, I don't remember the handle he used.
Oh, let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, but we have introduced him. Let's see. Other questions.
I'm not sure what his Discord is. I'll find out. I'll let you guys know at our next town hall. I don't think he's in the Discord.
I thought that we have introduced him. Maybe we can do an introduction next time.
Yeah.
Let's see. Any other questions? Question: why does it take 6 oak to make a nutcracker, but only 4 to make a rocking horse? Well, the nutcrackers are magic, man. They're Christmas magic. You need to put in more oak.
Everybody
I thought that
gets
was a
so
given.
crazy about the tiny ingredients of things as the ingredients are changing week from week. So just calm down if things don't equal out. I even made an announcement saying that if things don't tend to make sense one week, they may make sense the next week. So just relax until it's all done and done.
Let's see. Yeah, you don't know the size of the nutcracker. That's a good point. Ultimate acid. Okay, so some comments on auto apply. Farmer Michelle, why don't you take the information whenever you have time? All the information regarding auto apply that players are saying, and we can discuss it when we come back.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's see. The famine says, "What a life to have a too much lumber problem." Yeah, Farmer Michelle, what gives? Are you like a common ground millionaire or something?
Yeah,
So much lumber.
the people want to know.
Definitely not.
Let's see. Do you guys see another question? Night Fury. Also, there were a couple of players who were too fishy and jumping ranks unrealistically. Are you monitoring such players? We do monitor players that get reported, and we do check certain parameters in our analytics to try to figure out if people are cheating. Um, we mentioned it last week, but we did get reports about one player. We checked him, and he was legit. So there are players who are just really good at playing, as far as we know. But we are in the lookout for more reports. We do check reports that we get from you guys. So please keep reporting. Sometimes we do find potential exploits. We close some issues all the time. So please keep reporting if you see something strange. Let's see. Three epic name, great job on rewards. Thank you, but I'm disappointed on the sale announcement. Oh, I'm sorry, not surprised though because announcements are usually late. What do you mean? You're disappointed that we haven't announced sale items? Hello?
What was the question? What was it? Something about announcements being late?
Apparently for the sales. I'm not sure. I thought that you had already mentioned some of that. Maybe I'm just
Yeah,
too late on this.
the only sales that are currently live are the holiday sales, and that announcement went out in global announcements and a specific one in the Common Ground World announcement channel. I know that the announcement itself was delayed a bit because all of the sales didn't go live at the exact same time, so they're waiting for all of them to go live before they made the announcement. But that was intentional. It wasn't. I don't know why you would be disappointed that we waited until it was all live and working properly before we announced it. That seems like the professional thing to do. So definitely no reason to be disappointed. It was sudden because it was a surprise. That was intentional. It was a holiday surprise. But yeah, that's about it.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Although I did see a comment here, someone was saying when we were discussing our product manager name, You don't know his name? I know his name. I was looking for his handle. You know how I'm Musashi, because I'm pretty sure we introduced him a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, we
Uh,
definitely did, but I just don't remember what it was.
yeah, we don't have any document. Let's see. Sell items. So what's coming up these days for the Christmas spirit, Farmer Michelle?
Where are we? Are we on sales now? I'm so lost in the document
Yeah.
here. All right, so the first sale that we've got coming up is today. That should be at, let's see, 2 p.m. my time, 11 a.m. Pacific. So a couple hours from now, that's going to be the Crystal Reindeer, which I leaked on Wednesday the picture of, so everybody sees what it looks like in the game already. The NFT's been minted, so you should be able to see it already if you're looking on like the blockchain. It's a full tile size. It's going to give a speed boost to the Wizards Workshop. It's going to be a 20% speed boost to crafting for the Wizards Workshop. It does not stack at all, so it's just a one-time thing. You put it down, it gives a speed boost. There's 350 going to be for sale, and it'll be $250. And again, that's today at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Then on Christmas Day, at looks like it says 3 o'clock. I'm not sure if that's Pacific Standard Time or not. It could be 11 a.m. I'll have to double check, and I'll make sure that announcement goes out also. But the giant Christmas tree, which I know people have also already seen, that is going to be similar to the Oopsie crate, where it gives a cash boost for all sales, but this one, because it's legendary, is a 15% cash boost for all of your sales that you make inside the game. So a great way to start out strong if you're looking for extra cash early to build up quick. That's the giant Christmas tree. It is absolutely stunning. And then you can have Christmas all year round in your town. And the last NFT that we're going to mention here is going to be on sale on the 31st, New Year's Eve, and that is the legendary Fireworks Tower. That guy is going to give 1 passive magic powder, but only 2 adjacent tiles right around it. That's passive magic powder. It's a Fireworks Tower. It's all about magic powder. It does stack with itself, so if you do buy more than one, you can get more than 1 passive magic powder. Those are going to be $400, and there will be 250 of them.
Those look really amazing in game. They have some really nice VFX and all. They look really pretty. Looking forward for you guys getting them and enjoying them.
Yeah, I've seen
So,
like a GIF of the Fireworks Tower in the game, and it's absolutely stunning. So cool.
Yeah. So just to recap, we have the Crystal Reindeer, right? Crystal Reindeer first. Then on Christmas Day we have the giant Christmas tree.
Yep.
Then next week on the I think it's 29th, not the 31st. We'll confirm. We have the fireworks tower that will be important in that week's competition. Speaking of, why don't we talk about the competitions that are coming up?
So someone is asking how much the Christmas tree was. I don't know if I didn't say it or if I said it fast. The Christmas tree is also $400 because it's legendary, and there's 250 of those as well. Leaks for this week. So I did make the announcement yesterday because some people asked very nicely for me to share the information early about the competition so they could get practicing since it's a holiday weekend. So next week's event is Nutcrackers. Little guy is adorable with his cute purple shirt and his nice beard. The ingredients for a nutcracker are, let's see, in the announcements here, they are 6 oak wood, 2 gold, 1 uniform, and 2 mystic matter. And that is how you will make a nutcracker.
The competition card is beautiful this time. One Legend really outdid himself. Put every single one of these assets, but I really enjoyed this one.
Yeah, I like it's got a little present on it. Very Christmas themed.
Yeah.
We've already announced all of the other cash and star changes for this week, so they're right in the announcement channel if you want to see them. The cash boost for this week is gold. That's 12,000 cash instead of I forget what it is evenly, but I think it's normally somewhere around 5,000. So that's cash boosted. And nutcrackers are going to be 100,000. The next week's event after that, since we won't be here next week, so we'll let you guys know now, will be Boom Canes, which I think pretty much everybody has already guessed since it's New Year's Eve. And Boom Canes are really just fireworks, if you didn't know. That week, there's only going to be a couple of small changes to some some cash and star values. So we'll announce those at the time. They're not really applicable to anything that's involved in the meta. Boob canes are gonna, of course, be cash they're gonna be boosted in points, and looks like they're going down in cash that week. Nope, they're going up in cash that week also because they got a craft change recently. So they will be cash increased permanently and point increased temporarily just for the event. And salt is going to be the cash boost for that week. There's not going to be an oil seep. It's going to be Forest East, and the edges will be North River, East Ocean, South Forest, and West River. And I'll, of course, make sure that an announcement goes out about this next week. We'll still do Leaky Wednesday, even though it's the holidays. I promise I'll still be here in the Discord with you guys. So I'm not going away for the holidays.
Let's see. So just again recapping, we have the Nutcracker competition. We're introducing the Nutcracker craft today in today's update. The Crystal Reindeer and the Giant Christmas Tree will be your go-to for this competition. Next week's competition is Boom Canes. We have the Fireworks Tower on sale next Friday for that. So please check it out. And I think that before we move on, have we shared the cool NFT rewards that are coming out now?
No one has seen art for either the bulky silos or our next retention NFT, which we haven't told anyone what is yet for the month of December.
Ooh. So let's start with bulky silos. So we stopped doing blueprints for a while because we were fixing a bunch of stuff. But now we're doing again this every third competition of the month. So that's this competition that's ending today, right? The snow globe competition. And the
Yes.
reward is the bulky silo. I'm putting them all up there in Discord. It's gonna take a second because there's quite a few. 6 files. I think it's up there. So there you go, bulky silo. What the hell does it do, Farmer Michelle? Can you tell us?
Bulky silo is the blueprint for this week. That's the one that increases the size of your silo depending on rarity. It'll also increase the size of a ground silo NFT. Just the generic silos. It doesn't work on craft specific silos. So it's just those two, just the in-game silo and the ground silo. The biggest rarity there is got the legendary. You scroll up, and the luxury is going to give you 10 extra capacity in your silos. The platinum is going to give you 9 extra capacity in your silos. Legendary 8, epic 7, rare 6, and the uncommon is 5. Again, the uncommon is for anybody who doesn't reach the top 1,200, but does sell 100 of the snow globes this week. So anybody who's sold 100 snow globes but did not make it to the top 1,200 will get an uncommon rarity of the bulky silo.
I love that. I love that we can do an uncommon one for everyone who you're not getting to the top 1,200, but you still get something if you play the game. So
Yeah.
I think that's pretty cool. Again, those rewards should be out pretty soon. We're aiming again to for Tuesday at the latest. Maybe they'll be out actually sooner than that, so that's good. That will be regular rewards and NFT rewards for this competition. But you mentioned something else. What else we wanted to mention? Remember?
The NFT storage, the free one for December for people who play the game and people who run their nodes, has
Okay,
not been
so
announced yet.
What?
I don't have an in-game asset to show, but I do have the work of our amazing concept artist to share. I'm posting that right now. And I see it in the feed in YouTube. So that's the ceramic storage, right?
Yes. So the free NFT for playing in the month of December will be a ceramic storage. That is going to store it's like ceramic bowls and another new craft that will be coming out in the beginning of January, which we're not going to mention yet. There will be another new craft.
So you're saying that this ceramic storage is important for January?
It will be important in January, yes.
That's awesome. Okay, so you guys, you can see it there. You have the ceramic storages. I'm hoping to get those out, as soon as January starts. So let's see any comments. Lazy Lumberjack saying, nice, I was so looking forward to this. Really? For ceramic storages?
I like the way the ceramic storage is like. I like the way it looks like a big ceramic pot just cut in half. It's really cool. It's a fun
There's
style.
someone here. Who's this guy? Bulkrun saying ceramic storage. Are we finally getting Bulkrun statues as a craft?
Yeah, people want to know.
People want to know. Everyone wants to know if we're getting
I'll reach
statues.
out to Wild Moopsy and see what we can do about getting some Volcron statues as crafts in the game.
Oh man.
Okay, so Lazy Lambert, I like how they look like ceramic jugs cut in half. Yeah, I mean our team is really good right now. We had our amazing Wanda Gent, and now we really have a full art team that is also really fast. Not only really good, but also really fast. They're turning out
Oh, they're
constantly.
incredible.
So
Every time we have like a new craft suggestion or a new idea, it's just, the things that they come up with are absolutely fantastic. They do a great job.
okay, so what were the conditions for the storages? For getting the storages before we move on?
Oh, the uncommon one for nodes is for running your node for 10 days for 6 hours a day throughout the course of the month. The common one, let me find it. I don't have it up right in front of me. The common one is for playing at least 10 different days in the course of the month and making a total of 25 trades in the entire month of October. I'm living in the past now. Living in December. So you just have to play on 10 different days. Again, that doesn't work with fast forward. So like if you only open it once and then let it run on fast forward for the entire month, that counts as one time opening the game. So you do have to open the game 10 times on 10 different days. I know it's a hassle, but that's what you got to do to get the common one. The uncommon one
It's
we
a
just talked
hassle
about.
to play the game. Is that what you're saying?
I know. But the rare one is 25 days, so you will have to open the game and play it and make sales on 25 different days, and you have to trade at least 75 times throughout the course of the month, which is pretty easy to get to. So get that rare one, 25 days.
So
See how
get
many
them
rares you can
because
get out.
they're gonna play a part in January. Okay, so I think that's everything we wanted to share, right? At this point.
That's all I've got written down.
Okay, it's a lot of information, a lot of things. I'm gonna go over the main things quickly. So, ceramic storages are redemption NFT for December. We'll get them out as soon as possible in January. We have one competition for Nutcracker starting next Tuesday, and we have the Boomkin competition next Tuesday. We started last week adding a second test competition and increasing both test competitions by 1 day. So you'll get tons of chances to practice before those competitions. If you want an edge in both competitions, then for the first one we got the Crystal Reindeer coming out on sale, and then the giant Christmas tree. And then next week on Friday we have the fireworks tower. And for the competition that ends today, we have the bulky silo going out as the blueprint NFT. Remember, blueprints come out on the third competition of each month. Are there any? Well, that's a lot of information. I think it's like we gone through a lot of information because we're covering 2 weeks. If there are any questions, let us know. We have a couple minutes, maybe for a live question.
Yeah, that was a
I
lot
see
of
someone
information this week.
asking. Yeah, Ispira is saying when mobile, you can play on mobile on your phone on a mobile browser. There are some browsers that have a couple issues, but if you report your specific issues, that goes to an amazing engineer that made mobile possible in the first place. So let us know if you encounter any issues with mobile browser support. Let's see. Anything else? When cash boost for high tier crafts? Asks Seawolf.
I'm not really sure why we would do a cash boost for high tier crafts. I know most of the time, once you've gotten to the end and you're making the end tier craft already, you don't really need to be getting a bunch of extra cash because your town's already built. You really just need enough to maintain your wages. So it's more about balancing cash at that point. If anything, I know players have had a lot of fun with it when it's actually lower cash for the higher tier products, because then you have to make sure that you reach a certain rate in order to sustain your town, financially, which is a fun balancing act. Sometimes you might have to sell a second side good just for cash to make sure that you can maintain that build. I know I enjoy that balance. So that there's really no need to boost cash for high-end crafts when you're not building anything any further. There's nothing to do with that cash at that point, so.
Okay, let's see. I see another question. Payment with credit card. That's being rolled out. So we gotta, for people who may not know, we had an issue with credit cards for a while, and now we got a new vendor. I think that there are a couple of sales already, not only for Common Ground, but for other NFTs in the organization that have credit card support. As far as I know, Michelle, correct me if I'm wrong, the new sales that we just announced will have credit card.
Yeah, credit card
In
sales
them.
are also live on the last couple that have already gone live. We added it back into them, like retroactively, so you can buy the last couple of NFTs with a credit card now. It should actually be on all of the GalaChain NFTs that are Common Ground World NFTs in the store. You should be able to buy with a credit card for all of them. What you won't be able to do is buy any Ethereum-based NFTs with a credit card. The vendor just doesn't want to do Ethereum ones. They just want to do stuff with GalaChain NFTs. So it'll just be the GalaChain NFTs. We will try to look into some way. I know I was in the chat here yesterday talking about some suggestions for ways to have those Ethereum-based NFTs that are in the store be on GalaChain instead. Some options like burning all of our NFTs and reminting brand new ones on GalaChain, and some other options. So we'll discuss some stuff and see if we can come up with a solution so that they're not on Ethereum anymore and they're on GalaChain exclusively, so that we can sell them with credit card and with GalaChain Gala. Because, like I said, the ones that are on the Ethereum network will only be sold in ETH-based Gala Ethereum and not credit card, nor will they be sold in GalaChain Gala. That's just the way the blockchain works. So
Right.
we'll look into
And
some solutions. But
and talking about that, there was a question about older ETH-based NFTs, right? And payment with GalaChain Gala, right?
yeah, that's not possible. It's completely impossible. So
It's completely impossible, but we are taking a look if it's possible to maybe convert that old stock into GalaChain, right?
right. Yep.
So we can't enable GalaChain Gala payments for the old, like very old ETH-based NFTs, but we can potentially grab those, turn them into GalaChain NFTs, and then we can enable Gala. So that's not going to happen for a couple of weeks because we need to work with other teams in the company to make that happen. But that's in our immediate plans to make that happen. So thank you so much, guys, for pointing that out. You wanted to see that. We asked around and we did find a solution to that. So I'm hoping like by mid-January we'll have an answer to that. I'm talking about January before I go, and since we're leaking a ton. Um, we mentioned the node licenses being turned into NFTs. What I can tell you guys right now is that we're expecting that process to be done around the end of January. I don't want to say yes, it will definitely be on the last days of January, but we're working with the node team and the chain teams to make sure that that process um, happens, as soon as possible. And they have given that date as a potential date. So a lot of testing to be done. We need to check that the conversion of license to NFTs actually works correctly. As you know, you will get one node NFT for each $1,000 you spent in those licenses. So that process expected around the end of January 2024. Oof, a lot of information. I'm actually kind of tired. Let's see. Have someone asking before we go. What about bots? Are you removing them before finalizing the ranks? We do have some cleanup process. We check multi accounts. We check a couple different things. If you do have suspicions about people or accounts are getting rewards when they shouldn't, let us know. We can investigate, of course. But we do some cleanup on the leaderboards. Let's see. Any questions? Um, I see some question about our product manager. Again, don't remember his handle, but we'll get him introduced here.
Yeah, reach out to him after this call ends and see if we can get him on one of our next town halls. I'm sure he'd totally be willing to come. I just don't think we've even. So we'll see.
Uh, okay. I think that's about it. We have 4 minutes, but we're closing down. Tons of information to digest. If you want to check back, there's going to be a recording of this. Please share it around. Check out Ninja Surprise amazing work on that promotional video. You can also please share it with people. Trying to get people to the game, and I think that's it. I see people want a hazing for a PM. Well, we can make that happen. So, town hall after we come back. Remember, we're out next week, so no town hall. But after that, we'll have a town hall. We can bring him in. You can bring your tar and feathers and make him pay or whatever. Just ask him questions. He's really good. So, yeah, really happy with our team right now. And that's it. Thank you guys. Have a happy holidays. Have a happy new year. Please hit the forums or ask Farmer Michelle for any questions you may have, any reports. And yeah, enjoy the content. It's going to be out later today. Like and subscribe, please. Otherwise, I get the candy canes.
We're just gonna line you up and throw candy canes at you.
Yeah. Thank you guys. Have a great
Thank
day.
you.
Have a great weekend.
Thanks all. Take care.
Happy
Bye.
holidays.
Bye.
Bye bye.